Hello, ladies. Welcome back to Real Chill Conversation. How you guys doing today?
Doing
Good.
fine.
Good,
Yes.
good.
Day.
Good evening,
Happy
everybody.
Wednesday. So
We are
we're back.
halfway there. Well,
Yeah.
actually, it feels different because Monday was really Tuesday.
It was because the holiday. That's right.
Right. So I was about to say we're halfway there, but
We are.
technically.
Technically, but we that extra day, it was weird because we were out doing stuff on Monday,
Hmm.
and I kept thinking that it was Sunday. So you know,
Right.
I'm still a little messed up with the time there myself, but I'm glad we had that extra day. We needed this long weekend for
Yeah,
sure.
we
For
Yes,
sure.
we
did.
did.
Yeah.
It's always good to
This
have
is
that long
true.
weekend, the break away from work and spending time with
Mhm.
family. So we did need it.
I was in a wedding this weekend.
How was
I
it?
Woo!
saw some of the pictures. It looks so
Yes.
beautiful. The
It was
decoration,
nice.
the
It was really
location.
nice.
It
It
looks
was
really
in
beautiful.
Virginia, DC, Maryland, one of the three. I don't
That's
even know where I was up
I
there.
think you were in Northern Virginia. I think
Did you have
Okay.
fun?
Yeah, it
yeah.
was really nice. Yeah, I enjoyed myself. It was different. I never been there before. Shout out to the bride and groom, Jen and Ilias. But it was cool. It was really
Wedding.
nice.
Happy wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
Yes.
good. I'm glad you
That's
enjoyed yourself.
nice.
Well, ladies, we are back with another great episode. And tonight we're going to talk about do you feel or do you think that African American women are most disrespected than any other race? And
Definitely.
um,
Oh, sorry.
I that is like, I'm ready for this conversation.
This conversation.
And the reason why I decided to pick this topic is because, you know, I'll go on social media, TikTok, and I saw a video that's been trending, and it's about a gentleman that's expressing his feelings about African American women. A matter of fact, we have that video. So if Brenna, if you want to pull that video up so we can actually, take a look at it. And then after the video, we're just gonna have a discussion on what you guys think about, how he feels about African American women, even though he is an African American man. So
Mm.
just let me know when you're ready, Brenna. We'll go ahead and play that video for everybody. You're muted, Brenna.
Let's go.
Yeah. She's getting it ready, guys. But yeah, this video really, really touched my heart in a sad way because I never knew that some African American men felt that way about us African American women,
Mm.
Black women, that were the bottom of the
Mm.
barrel. Yeah, when I think of bottom of the barrel, I think of crabs.
Oh,
Just, I'm just being honest. My
yeah.
personal opinion. Um, Brenna, you're muted. We can't hear you.
I'm saying I'm getting an error message saying my browser's not supporting the file code
Oh
for
wow,
this.
that's
Yeah,
sad.
let's see. But I wonder
Hmm.
if I play it if y'all can hear it. Let's see.
Yeah, just go ahead and play it. See if we can do it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah, we can always listen to it.
Okay.
Give some good feedback.
All right.
Cool
Us
beans.
black dudes. A lot of us don't like black girls, right? You ever heard the term, if it ain't snowing, we ain't going? And you know what I'm saying? Little shit like that. We get bashed for it. We get bashed for not liking black girls. If we don't like black girls, what is wrong with that? Like, if we just don't find black girls attractive, right? We just look at the black girls like they at the bottom of the barrel for us, right? What is wrong with that?
Yeah, thank you, Brenna, for sharing that with us.
No
And
problem.
like he said, he doesn't like black women, and there's a lot of men out there that doesn't like black women, and it's okay because we all have our own preference of who we like and who we want to date. But do we always have to hear it on social media? Do they always have to, for me, for Edwina, do they always have to broadcast it like, oh my God, she's black, we don't like her? Why you just can't date whoever you want to date in silence and in private and go on with your happy life. You don't have to go online and broadcast, I don't like Black women. We get it. We understand, but keep it private. That's just my personal opinion. So if Brenna, Dominique, Natalie, you want to shine on what this young Black king had to say about us queens, go right ahead.
Listen, I don't know about giving him the honor of calling him a young
No,
Black
I'm
king.
not going to disrespect him because at the end of the day, he's a Black man.
He is a
and
black. He is
he's
a black
man. So I'm going to sit there. Even though he disrespected us, Brenna, we're going to be the better women, and we're not going to do that because they already consider us as loud, and we don't conduct ourselves in a certain way, and we're the one that bash Black men. So we're not going to do that. We have standards
We're
as
gonna
Black
Michelle,
women.
We're gonna
Exactly.
Michelle Obama him when he goes
We're going to
low.
Michelle Obama him. Yes, ma'am. Let's go ahead. So let's have this great discussion about this Black king. Let me repeat myself. Black king.
Well, he said if it ain't snowing, he ain't going. So he's putting it out there very clearly that he is not attracted to Black women. He doesn't want to date a Black woman, even though he was born and he came from a Black woman. To me, it just doesn't make any sense. Now, I don't have an issue with interracial dating. If you happen to meet someone and you find someone and they happen to be outside of your race and they're non-Black, and y'all are in love and it's a happy, healthy, non-toxic relationship, I don't think that you need to walk away from that because that person is not a person of color and is not African American. But I think when you're constantly shooting down the Black woman, especially when we bring colorism into the whole who I'm going to date, who's going to give me the prettiest babies, I want a light-skinned girl with light eyes, good hair, all these requirements that go into it, and you get passed over if you don't find yourself fitting into that box. I'm not light skinned. I have okay hair. It ain't good hair, but it ain't bad hair either, but it's my hair. You know what I'm saying? I don't have light eyes. I have brown eyes, but I made some really beautiful children. And so when you take a person that puts themselves in a box and says that they just will absolutely not date a Black woman, even if this could have been put together by God and or a matchmaker or a match dating service, you're doing yourself a disservice and you're being disrespectful to the Black woman by saying, I'm not going to date you.
I feel like it's more than just having a preference when you go so deep to say, oh, I'm not going to have kids with someone that looks like this because I want, a certain look or whatever. That's racist to me. Okay, it's one thing to have a preference and, oh, short or tall, but when it comes to skin tones and complexions, that's just flat out racist. Edwina, I'm glad you brought up the point that, you don't necessarily have to like someone to respect someone. So just because that is not your cup of tea, you don't have to try to make that the group that you put down just to make others and yourself feel, like higher up, or I don't know if it's like a belittling type of thing or what, but I just call it flat out racism.
I want to say, everybody do have their preference, but disrespectful, yes. He was very disrespectful. Call it what you want it, but you shouldn't even compare that. That's not comparing. That's not comparable. So, yeah, very disrespectful. Whole bunch of bullshit is what I heard.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say.
Right.
Ladies, they already have us. They already stereotype us as loud women. Some of us, they say we're ghetto. Black women don't have control of their kids. It's for me. It's like they take a group of women that they see on social media and they apply that to all the women instead of actually knowing that are some real successful African American, Black, strong women out there that are very successful, that have great jobs, that are good mothers, that are good wives, that take care of their family, that take care of their kids. You see, so it's like we don't get that glory. We don't get that praise. We get, oh, well, they don't do this and they don't do that. Or I heard a conversation the other day. It was like, oh, why do Black women wear eyelashes and why do they wear wigs and why do they wear, all this other stuff? Is because they're not, happy with their appearance like white women. And it's like, no, like, we just like to look a certain way or dress a certain way or feel a certain way. It's not like we're not happy with our appearance. Some women, they may have like alopecia, and white women have alopecia too. And there are white women that wear wigs and there are white women that wear eyelashes, but it's not open in the open like how most African American women will do it. You see what I mean? So we already have a lot against us as Black women.
I mean,
it's hard enough that our men are against us and our jobs are against us. It's not right, but this is what we battle every day. And Lord forgive us if we go outside our race and date a white man. Then we hear the backlash of, oh my God, how dare she, Black queen, date outside your race and get a white man or Hispanic man. Hell, that's how I feel right now because I'm so sick of the Black backlash of our own people, of our own men. I'd rather date outside my race than to deal with it. Because I'm not going to hear that as much in the white community or the Hispanic community that I'm dating outside my race. You hear that more in the African American community, which is completely sad. It's like, we can't win. We don't have, our Black men don't want us, but they don't want us to date nobody else.
You made a really good point, Edwina. It's like Black men, I've heard some Black men say, well, Black women are loud and da-da-da-da, but Black women are strong because they like to express themselves. It's not that they're being loud or being whatever those words you just said.
We're vocal. We like
It's
to express
assertive.
ourselves.
Is because we stand our ground. Like that's what it is. So,
and we've been taught that strength. That strength is generational through our mothers and our grandmothers and their mothers and their mothers.
That is true. That is true.
That's something that has been instilled in the Black woman that has been in existence for the longest time. And Edwina, you also brought up a good point about if you want to flip it, if you want to take it and you talking about Black women dating outside of the race, dating white men, Hispanic men, Asian men, whatever the race may be, the backlash that we then get from the Black community, mainly speaking of Black men, of, oh, how could she? This is the downfall of the Black family. This is why we're not having more Black kings, because these girls are going out here, these women are going out here and they're dating other men. But do you know how many white men and Hispanic men and Asian men find Black people beautiful? Find people of color gorgeous?
Hello, and they're not online. And honestly, let me say this, Brenda, they're not online. And correct me if I'm wrong. I never seen a white man, an Asian man, or Hispanic man go online and bash their women.
No,
I never see that. I only see African American men always bashing women. So it's like I said before,
Edwina, they don't take some Black men just don't want to take accountability.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
Exactly. That's true. And it's like, how can you bash us, but your mother's Black, your auntie's Black, your sisters are Black, your grandmother is like, these are people in your family that you're talking about that raised you to be that Black king that you're supposed to be. You see?
Yeah.
So I don't get it. And like I said before, Black men don't want us, but they get mad when we get a date outside our race.
And
so
they're
it's like,
so quick. And some Black men are so quick to call out a Black woman out of her name.
Of course. Yeah, a B, which I don't understand why.
Very disrespectful.
Why do we have to be that way? Like, what is the point of calling us a B? Now, granted, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Granted, we can, as women, when we get upset, we can lower our tones and we can talk a certain way to our spouses or to our boyfriends. We probably can work on that. But a lot of us have already been raised in toxic households from childhood. We have our own inner child and other stuff that we have to deal with. So that's probably why we lash out the way we do sometimes, because we have to deal with stuff from our childhood. You see what I mean? So we can probably change that. But like I said, they already pinpointed us and stereotype us as certain Black women, which it shouldn't be that way at all.
No, it should definitely not be that way at all. And when you talk about disrespect, I mean, and when we step outside of the community and we talk about the generalization of the disrespect of Black women in this country, you know, you talk about Hollywood, you talk about actors, you talk about actors that have appeared on shows. Gabrielle Union has been very outspoken about this. Halle Berry has been very outspoken about this. Viola Davis has been very outspoken about this. There's a list, a laundry list of Black women that work in Hollywood and talk about how they get passed over for roles that go to white women, or they go in and they read for a part for a movie or for a television show, and they get, you know, a no because the part was written for a white woman, and maybe
Or
they might
they get the side chick role.
exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly.
That's true, Dominique. They do.
They get the lesser opportunity just simply for walking into the room and being a Black woman. So take that. That's Hollywood. That's someplace in
And
LA.
Brenda, if they have a role, they probably get less pay because,
They
to be
do get
honest,
less
as African American women, we don't make that much. Well, I'm speaking for me. The job I'm on, I do a GM job, and trust me when I say this, they don't pay me as much, but another white woman in my company gets way more than me because she's white.
She's white.
You
She's
see,
white.
and we
Yeah.
have had this conversation before. It's horrible.
Yeah. It's terrible. I mean, the disparities amongst what goes on with Black women that are showing us the disrespect are terrible. And the equalities in pay is another example. There's already a disparaging distance between the amount of pay that a man makes versus what a woman makes. But then add in a Black woman into that same position, and she's going to be paid less than the white woman that's doing the same job. That's another form of disrespect. That's another way of showing us that you don't value the Black woman and all the contributions that we have made to this country, that we have made to this world. Only we can give birth to any type of child. Only a Black woman can give birth to a white looking baby, to an Asian child, to an Hispanic looking child. Only we can do that. Only our genes are strong enough and built that way in order to do that. And so we truly are walking queens amongst this planet, and we're disrespected all over the place, but especially here in America. And it's just so frustrating. It's so frustrating, especially when we hear these negative comments coming from within our own community and coming from the men that we expect to support us and have our back the way that they want us to have their back and protect them.
I also want to say Black women go through a lot. And I don't know if people really understand that. So when you bring up all these comments and you're just constantly attacking the Black woman, attacking, you know, that doesn't make it any better.
Yeah. It's like a battle of the sexes all the time. But it's almost like, you know, it kind of makes you wonder. It's like, what is that real underlying reason? Like it's almost like a spite, like a jealousy type of feeling. Because I know a lot of times when I'm like on my little live streaming app, sometimes, you know, people come in there and they're just trolls. And it's just like they'll say things and it's like, okay, I feel like sometimes they're mad at also the ease that we as women can have too. because we're women, we're beautiful people. So the people that do notice our strength, they really play into it, and some will fall at our feet. So it's
Absolutely.
just like sometimes it's almost like a little like a in denial type of thing. Like you really want to be us, and maybe we just haven't realized our strengths and our powers all the time to,
Yeah.
to the point where they have. So they're trying to like keep us down so we don't. Because now, if y'all have noticed, like the last 5 years, it's been like a boom in just Black women with businesses and just being successful all around. And it's like, oh my God, where did this just come from and grow from? Like, just exponentially. So it's just kind of weird. Like, I like to watch and, I observe people's behaviors and patterns. And it's just more so of a thing where it's like, it's just flourishing. It's just a growth that, not everybody can understand. So it might not be for them.
And Black women are very educated. Um,
Facts.
their
Yes, we
strength,
are.
strength is labeled as bitter and aggressive, but you just wouldn't understand. If you're constantly being called this, being called that, you know, by your by the Black community on top of everything, then what do you really expect to get back?
I think that the expectation of getting something back has probably become a distant memory for most Black people. I think most Black women, let me correct myself, not say most Black people, because that strength that we were talking about earlier that we had, that points to what Natalie is talking about in this surge of women that are doing their thing, that are flourishing, that are generating these businesses, that are entrepreneurs, that are in real estate, that are in cooking, that are in all these different industries, the beauty industry, the hair industry, lash industry, makeup industry, all these different businesses that they have created, and they have started boutiques, online clothing boutiques, and all of that. We've talked about that as well. Marketing companies, media companies. I mean, we're out here and we're doing it, and we're out here and we're hustling and we're working really, really hard. I don't think there's anything on this planet that beats the determination of a Black woman. And most Black women have something in them. It's an innate sense that's in them that has them determined to be successful at whatever it is that they set their mind to doing. And those that choose to climb the corporate ladder, that was my gig years ago. Years ago, I had a very, very corporate job and traveled for that job and worked really hard for that job. And it was very difficult at that time because I was a single parent and I had to travel. So I needed assistance with that when I needed to travel. But thank goodness I had my mom to help out and support when I needed to go out of town. I needed to do things. But I mean, I got 3 promotions in 1 year. I got a raise. Like, you know how they do the standard cost of living increase and it's like 4%? I got a 17% pay increase my after my first year when I did my first review. After that, my boss was like, "You're doing a phenomenal job." I took the lead on a new project when we were doing a conversion, and I figured out a way to make the conversion process simpler, and I taught other associates how to do that. So they moved me into another position. And so not only was I front facing with clients, but I was front facing with in-house employees and teaching them how to do this thing that I figured out when I was up until 2 o'clock in the morning one night trying to figure out how to get this file converted. And so I think it was my determination, especially as a single Black mother raising a young king from scratch. I wanted him to see mommy has a career, mommy has a job, mommy goes to work every day, mommy pays the bills, mommy bought this house, mommy makes it possible, mommy gets it done.
Ain't that the truth? Woo!
That is
Powerful.
but a lot of Black men, they don't see that. They see us as, like that man said, the bottom of the barrel. And that bothers me
Dare
because
he?
it's like,
I mean, how
th-
dare he call
yeah,
us?
and there's other choice of words to use. Granted, like I said, that's him. He has his own opinion, but there's other choices words he can
No,
use.
that's bull crap.
You see,
What he
we can
said.
because let me tell you something. When we say anything about a black man, we get called, oh, y'all insecure, y'all have issues, y'all want a man to take care of y'all. It's always lash and
But
roll back
those
at us. You see what I
men,
mean?
those men who talk about the money that they won't spend on a black women usually are broke men.
Oh, facts. Exactly.
Definitely.
And then they talk
For
about
sure.
you if you're independent, if you have your own house and your own car and your own job and you're doing everything by yourself and we don't need help, we get talked about then. So it's like we can't win.
You can't win. You can't
We
win.
get talked about no matter what. If you're independent, you get talked about. If you're ghetto, you get talked about. It's like, okay, so what do we do?
Right.
Right.
So I have a question for everybody.
Yeah.
Who heals the black woman?
Ourselves.
The black woman.
Yeah.
Black
We
woman.
we have to pick the pieces up and find it mentally and physically to heal ourselves. And that's why if you notice, most black women, they do self-love and self-care because we have to heal ourselves. We
Yeah.
can't depend on our children. We can't depend on our spouses. Well, some let me take that back. Some black women can, because there are some black kings out there that are really good. I'm just going to throw that
Oh,
out
yeah.
there, okay? I'm not going to say all black men are just bashing us. No, there are some amazing black men out
There
there,
are
okay?
some amazing
So
black
I'm just going to throw that out there. And
Yes.
shouts out to the ones that are amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
But yeah, we heal ourselves, you know? Yeah, we heal ourselves. And that's sad.
Yeah.
When you think about it, it's sad because we are always healing others as well as ourselves.
Mhm.
Exactly.
I just thought about that.
Nurturing
Yeah.
and loving.
It's never
Yeah.
ending.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
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 It's never ending. It's ongoing, and it's something that we have to deal with. We have to battle it. And we're the ones that take the steps and we take the strides. I know in the last couple of years, we as the black women that we're talking about, we've taken more steps to take measures in order to heal ourselves from our childhood traumas, to heal ourselves from our relationship traumas, to get ourselves out of toxic situations, toxic relationships, and know that we deserve better and we deserve more for ourselves. And if we're parents, we know that we deserve more for our children and better for our children. So I really want to give a big shout out and kudos to all the black women out there that have made the decision to start going to counseling, to start going to therapy, and to start working through some of those things, to really understand what it is to love yourself. And if you don't love yourself, how the hell do you expect anybody else to love you? If you took a vulnerable black woman, a really, really vulnerable black woman, and played that same video that we listened to, I mean, she would really be in her feelings and she would really be upset. And to us, we're like, this is some BS. This is some nonsense. But that could actually be doing some damage to her. She could actually feel like I'm only beautiful if I've got weave or if I've got a wig. Listen, hair is an accessory just like your shoes and your bag, honey. So you can switch it out anytime you want to and change, and you shouldn't have to explain that. And that shouldn't be a reason why
feel bad about it. That's the thing. Why is it when we do something, they make us feel bad about being beautiful black women? You see what I mean, Brenna?
Yeah. And like you said, there are medical reasons, there's medical conditions. It's not all just for the glam and for the and for the glitz. Some of us do have a problem.
But Brenda,
but there's white women that wears wigs too. That's the thing. And get their eyelashes done. And wear makeup.
Perfectly fine.
Glamour is perfectly fine.
And whoever told you the glam was not perfectly fine is lying.
Is lying.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's
whatever makes you feel beautiful.
That's
whatever
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's what it's about.
Putting on your makeup and putting on a cute dress or a cute outfit helps perk you up and get you in better spirits and have you feeling better about yourself. Do it. do it, and don't care what anybody else has to say about it, because they just hating on you for no reason. They just want you to stay down in the sunken place, that dark place
At
where
the bottom of the barrel.
It's
the
always weird. It's weird when guys like question the lashes or like the
The
acrylic
nails.
Well, can I say this,
toenails.
Natalie?
Like,
I think sometimes when they see women with hair and the makeup and all that and the eyelashes, it's like a catfish, if you know what I mean. They want to really see who's under the makeup. Okay, are you really pretty outside your makeup? If I wake up next to you, am I gonna scream? Am I gonna run?
are
So I
you
think
even
that's
gonna have a chance, my guy? No, most of the times, no. So get out of my face. There was a guy, I forget where I was at. I think I was at an artist showcase, but this dude asked me why I had acrylic tip on my toenail. And I'm like
that's
thinking to
funny.
myself, okay, my shit broke. So I wanted it to be the same
But
length as the
why is
other
he
one.
looking so
And
hard?
that's what I'm saying. It made me question. I'm like, okay,
Why are you
what
looking
does
so
Why is
that
he
hard?
matter
looking
to
so
you?
hard? Oh my
Are
God.
you
He's looking
studying me?
Natalie, he's looking at he has a
Or
foot
how would he
fetish. He's looking
even
at your
know that?
toes.
Like, how would you even know these things?
And people get so wrapped up in the physical. What happened
Appearance.
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
the
I
inside?
need somebody
You
to
know what I'm
stimulate
saying?
my
What happened
mind.
to
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Stimulate my
And
mind.
then they wonder why they get tired so quickly.
Exactly.
It's like all you were looking for was one thing, and it's like, okay, what's next now?
Yeah.
Right.
What's
It
next?
was just the outer appearance, Natalie, you know?
Mhm.
Because you can easily
That's
find a girl
one.
that's pretty outside, but she can
Oh
be
yeah.
crazy as
Oh
hell.
my gosh.
Then
Tell
what?
me about it.
You see?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Outer appearance is not everything anymore. Well, to me, I don't go by outer appearance no more.
I don't
No, you can't.
No. Mm-mm.
No.
You can't.
You
No.
can't. And there's a lot of guys out here too that I, when I watch certain clips on social media and little things that pop up, and Charlemagne the God, I know he posts a lot of different things, but a lot of dudes talk about how they really try to go out looking low key. They try to go out without the chains and all the jewelry and all of this and all of that, because when they attract a female, they want to know that the female is attracted to them for them, not for the material things and not for what they have. And it's like, it's crazy that we have to do this dance. We have to do this dance of, I can't show you what all that I have and all that I could be, because I don't know what you really want from me.
Mm.
And it's a shame.
Mhm.
And it's a shame. You
Oh,
should
yeah.
be able to look at me when I wake up in the morning, no makeup on, no lashes on, and a day when I haven't gotten my nails done. Half of them are broke off, the other half I'm sitting there trying to chip off myself, and still love me the same way you do when I'm wearing, hair, lashes, full glam, and in a sexy dress. The same way that you should love me when I'm in my my onesies and my comfortable lounging clothes. Like, it shouldn't have to be a fashion show every single day just to satisfy you. Like, when I dress up, I'm dressing up not for you. I'm dressing up for me. I'm doing this for myself.
Mhm.
You have to accept that. Have to.
That's funny, Brenda. Yeah, that's funny. Well, don't wear a bonnet, because they always talk about black women in bonnets.
Oh my gosh.
We can't do anything.
Well,
I'm
listen,
telling
you're
you.
not gonna have my hair breaking off. If you don't wear a
Look,
bonnet,
but
at
see,
least
that's
gotta
the
have
thing. A lot of people don't understand. That's supposed to protect your hair. Now, don't go to the airport with a bonnet on. I'm gonna talk about you, okay?
right.
But that's a different story. But it's like, it's a bonnet. But
I mean, I was
You know?
I was at a football game. I was at one of my son's football games on Saturday, and there was women out there with their bonnets on, sitting in the stadium watching the game.
well, because it was raining. That's why. It was wet. That's a legitimate excuse. The reason why. It was raining.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm just saying, you can't get your
What
hair wet
happened to
now,
an
Brenda.
umbrella?
That's what an umbrella is for, Edwina.
I know, but I had to defend them, because come on now, they're black women. We can't just bash them. We have too many people bashing us already.
No, I'm not bashing. I'm just saying
Okay.
we're talking about bonnets.
Yeah,
I wear a
that's true.
bonnet all day long. I'm not breaking off my hair. I got satin sheets too, but they make me sweat. So I put the bonnet on. But when you're out and about, there's just a certain unwritten saying that you do a little something to your hair. If you gotta throw something on, then just throw on a ball cap, throw on a fitted, and then call it a day. That's what I do.
That's what Edwina do.
I just throw on a fitted and call it a day.
You really just gonna put me on blast in this podcast? But I'm not. But I'm honestly, that's what I do. If I know my hair is like, for instance, I have a hair appointment Friday, so Edwina's rocking a baseball cap until Friday because I would not go. I would not go outside my house.
Dominique, my hair is messed up, so I'm putting this ball cap on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, because I know, because I'm not. I don't wear bonnets outside my house. That's just, to me, it's just a certain thing I don't do. But I will put on a nice baseball cap with my hoop earrings and my little jewelry, and I'll go outside the house. Now, don't pull my baseball cap off because you may not like what you see, but I have my hair appointment Friday.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, little corner store, my little corner store see me dolled up, messed up,
but they know what you
dirty,
but they know what
you. Yeah.
They know what you though.
It ain't nothing like going to your corner store.
Yeah. And they do know her by heart. I was like, Dominique told me to get this. They said, oh, we know Dominique. I said, that's a shame. Yeah. I have to just say your name. And they know exactly what you want.
Corner store.
Oh man, yeah. This was a good topic, ladies.
It was.
Does anybody have a specific Black woman or a couple of Black women that they want to shout out specifically that has been like inspirational or motivational to you in your life or in the last couple of years as you've been marching forward on your endeavors?
I do. Brenna, Natalie.
Yeah, I was gonna do the same thing, girl. Yes.
Likewise.
Yes.
For sure.
I think each of us have expired. We have put our input into with each other, so yes. Ladies, thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
Yes. We are definitely we're definitely on the rise. I mean, Real Chill Conversations, this is what we do. We talk about the things that, people want.
The bad, the ugly.
And the good, the bad, the ugly, the ups and downs. We don't all have the same opinion. It's 4 ladies, 4 different voices. Some things we may agree on, some things we may not agree on, but we can agree to disagree respectfully.
Yeah.
We're never disrespectful. We're never disrespectful to each other or any guests that we may have on the show. So if y'all are interested in joining us, make sure you email us at realchillconversations@gmail.com. Go to the Facebook page, Real Chill Conversations, join the group, and also go to Instagram. And then, of course, last but not least, you got to go to YouTube. And catch up on them episodes because we got
TikTok
under our help. Oh, and TikTok.
Yeah,
hey.
We on TikTok now, guys.
We got a TikTok now.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yes. Well, ladies, does anybody else want to say anything about this topic that we have had?
I do.
Go ahead, Dominique.
Stop the disrespect of Black women.
Exactly. If you don't like this, just keep it to yourself. Because we're all beautiful in our own way.
I wonder what that boy's mama had to say after I saw that.
I don't know, but you know what, Brenna? You know what we talked about earlier? Sometimes some Black people, men and women, they don't identify themselves as Black. So he it's a possibility that he thinks, okay, well, he's not Black, even though his skin tone says he's Black. Mentally, he may not think that way. So we never know how he was raised. He could be a foster child. We don't know. He could have been raised by white people. We don't know his background. We just know that he has this image that Black women are the bottom of the barrels, which we know that we're not. We're more than that. We're queens. We're very successful Black women, you see. So, and it'll be funny if he turns out to marry a Black woman down the line. Because most men that are like that, they turn out way down the line, end up marrying a Black woman or a woman of color. May not be dark skinned, she may be light skinned, but
But
That's
she's
all.
still black. But she's still
She's,
black
she's a
though.
black woman.
Come in
So
all we come in all
that's
shades and
mm-hmm.
shades and sizes and colors and hair textures and all of that. We a jambalaya of a lot of things. So you never know
Exactly.
what's in the mix.
Exactly.
That's right.
So hopefully, since we're 2023 is approaching, hopefully that a lot of this will change where, you know, men of color will start appreciating us more and stop belittling us, because, you know, we are trying to raise future queens and kings up in this hard world already. So, you know,
Absolutely.
hopefully, you know, things will be different
Yeah.
soon.
I like that. Yeah, I
Change
like that.
Me too.
is a coming.
Yeah, change is coming. Hopefully, we're still singing the same song like we're in slavery. Change is coming.
No. Gotta keep
Change
faith.
is coming.
Keep faith alive.
Keep the faith alive.
Keep faith
That our
alive.
black men are going to appreciate us and like us for the color of our skin. I have a dream today, y'all.
Uh-huh.
Oh Lord.
That little verse at the end. I love it.
Yes, guys, we got to make this happen. I don't know how, but you know, let's keep spreading the word. Keep spreading positive light, positive energy, and let's keep it going, guys.
Amen to that.
All right.
Amen
If you guys don't have anything else to say, Matt, you have something to say?
No, we're good.
All
I'm
right,
good.
guys. All right,
All right.
Brandon, you good?
I'm good. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna wrap this up. This was a great conversation, ladies.
Woo.
Until next time, we're gonna just take it easy. Like I said, spread light, love, joy, happiness, peace, abundance to you guys always.
All right. And stay
Love
real
you,
chill.
ladies.
Bye,
Good
Real
guys.
chill conversation, guys. We're
Bye.
out.
Have a good night.
Have a good night,
Bye.
ladies.